Yo, yo, what's up with it? What's up with it? It's your boy, Noonie Booney, back with another reading. It is not Noonie Booney, but I just was feeling a little silly. So, as always, thanks for everybody for being here, liking, subscribing, all that other good stuff. Appreciate y'all for being here. Um, we're gonna be asking the question, what good stuff is coming your way? What's up there, Catty? All right, it's gonna be a pick a card, as always. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Okay. Hey, what's up there, Naya? What's up, Naya? Okay, let me get this all right. All is well. All is well over here too. What's up, Catherine? All is well over this part too. I am enjoying myself today. I'm really productive, so that always makes me feel good when I get stuff done, like I said I would. And so after this, I'm gonna go hit the gym, do about an hour, come on back, eat some chili, watch a show, maybe catch a nap. You know what I mean? Because I done did so much today. I did personal readings. I got some more I got to do, but I'll probably get them done like after my nap. And then after that, I'll be done. Then tomorrow, I go live on my other channel and start the process all over again. Yeah. All right. So anyway, take a look at these piles. Look at these. We got 4 piles here. Dang, you probably can't even tell what this is. So I'll probably just make it a crystal so that way it stands out. All right, so that'll be one there. And then we'll just do here. Matter of fact, this is what we'll do. Bam. Okay. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And we're going to be asking the question, what good stuff is coming your way? The good stuff. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So it's 3. I'm going to pile 1 right there. All right. Pile 1. Okay. So go over here and look. Let's see what we got going on here. Hey, what's up there, Kimberly? Hey, Rocky. All right, so part 1, what good stuff is coming your way. The good stuff. All right, let me see. Wow, take all that good stuff coming your way. Okay, so we got opposition. So it's an opportunity to do something different. Some of y'all is in a creative path. This could be like you guys feeling comfortable or maybe like starting to trust your instincts to do things. I think it is having to do with your creativity, your artistry. All right, you guys could be possibly living out a dream soon or in the more like a dream state where you're really just following instincts. You're really just like trusting your gut, trusting your feelings. So this could be strong intuitive nudges that you guys are about to get. All right, these are leading you in direction that like opposes the direction that you've been going in. So this could be like manifest in a way of maybe quitting a job, leaving a relationship, leaving behind something that was uncertain at one point in your life. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity to have a different reality, and you're dreaming it up as well as like following it. Even if you don't really know where you're going, it's just like trusting your instincts. So you're probably gonna have most of y'all more psychic or intuitive ability. All right. This would be a lot of tests. You guys would be prevailing a lot of tests with your intuition. All right. And starting to connect the dots a lot better. It says you have spiritual gifts. So some of y'all, it could be that you guys recognize you have spiritual gifts because it says the process of a cycle is ending, time to let go, which is what opposition is. It's letting go of an old version of yourself. Think of it as like the death card, where you're transforming, you're becoming another version, but it is determined by the decisions that you make. And because the opposition is here, that means that when it's time to make a decision, you're trusting your instinct because this is going to allow you guys to trust in your intuition and trust your feelings. Those little nigglings that you get, you'll be able to better move around in the world like by following your whims. You're like, you know what? I feel like I need to go to this store. I'm gonna go. You know what? I feel like I need to go live. I'm gonna go. You know what? I feel like I need to buy this and I buy it. And then there's a reason behind it. You'll start seeing it being confirmed by signs, by synchronicities, you know what I mean? By like dynamic changes. And at first, you guys will learn to trust that tension that you feel. It's going to be like a pull. So you guys will start recognizing it. So that's the good stuff first. All right. It says you have unique spiritual gifts. So you're going to be coming up with those or figuring those out or putting those things together, putting two things together, putting those pieces together. All right. Also, some of y'all may be traveling. This may be somewhere with a very large bridge or like a monumental bridge or like a famous bridge or something like that. So I always think of maybe like California. Maybe there's like that one in China or Japan or something like that. It's like famous, maybe a famous bridge that some of y'all may be going over or going like going somewhere, but like having to go over that bridge, going over a bridge or something like that. Or it could just be like one of the world's sights. Like you may be seeing some of the eighth wonders in the world or something like that. I don't know, you know. But anyway, it says stay focused. You are close to achieving your dreams. So I did say that earlier because I said you guys will be living out your dreams. Some of your maybe your wildest dreams or just something that you guys have dreamed up, imagined. Your imagination gets stronger. What else? Here we go. So good stuff coming your way. So it says you won't see if you can unless you cross the bridge. So you'll be taking more action on things, trusting your steps that you're taking. It says they haven't turned quit. So if someone hasn't changed, they don't turn the blind eye. The action and words don't match. So I guess the good stuff coming your way is you guys becoming a lot more like sensitive and being able to sense stuff, sense that when people are being genuine, sense when people are like deceiving you, you know what I mean? But also know how to keep it cool. Because like ducks, you never really see ducks lose their cool. They just get away from you. When they know you ain't good vibes, they just move away. They're like, man, I ain't fitting to fool with you. So that may be the good stuff. You just kind of sense what's meant for you and what's not for you. You know what I mean? Like you'll trust that feeling too. So it's more so like utmost confidence in yourself. All right. But and it could be a creative. It's not a creative passion, but it's a creative. Some of y'all's creative part, a creative talent or creative, maybe like an artistry that some of y'all have. So let's say that you sing, you dance, you write poetry, you paint, you draw, which is the same thing as painting, but like you know what I mean. You do social media, you do singing or whatever. I don't know, whatever. You just may do that. Some of y'all about to like live out a fantasy or a dream that you had revolving around that because it says you're very close to achieving your goals. Stay focused on your dreams. And then we got Stork. It says, better days ahead. It could be a new home, new car, new job, or a new boo. You're the magician of your life. And it says you have looks, brains, and the beauty and the intuition of a deer. All the lessons you have learned have made you wise enough to learn how to trust your instinct and intuition. So that's all that it is. You guys are starting to trust in everything that's going on around you, starting to just sense it, knowing. It's an all-knowing type of energy. So that's good. This is real good. This is one of the best. This is probably going to be one of the better piles. This is like an all-knowing, all understanding and like feeling in the divine order, feeling in divine comfort, protection, I guess. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of feel at one with everything around you. You know what I mean? So this is like knowing how to get what you need, knowing how to like manifest what you want to see in front of you. It's almost like magician energy. We look at it as just Piscean energy because a lot of Piscean energy with just Neptune and Pisces. You know what I mean? But it's just strong intuitive abilities. It's like understanding the collective, understanding the people around you, understanding your environment. Like a fish. A fish understands the ocean, the deepest, the lowest. You know what I mean? They be in their area where they're supposed to be. They know. All fish genuinely know where they're supposed to be at any given time in the ocean or in the sea or in the lake or in any body of water. They know their environment. So that's what you'll be. It'll be like fully versed or fully understanding of where you are at all times and becoming more present in the moment, not projecting or fearing what's next. You'll be able to deal with uncertainty. You know what I mean? So that's like another form of confidence that like you really can't buy. You really can't be taught. It just comes to you. You learn it from, I guess you learn it from being able to trust yourself. Because that's what happens. You're going to be trusting yourself, taking action in areas where you're like, I feel like I need to do this, and then you do, and then you see rewards for it. All right. So, like I said, you'll start putting stuff together. Like just like you won't even know why you're knowing stuff. You just know it. You're like, I don't even know how I know this. I just know this. I just know that I'm going to do this, and this is what will happen. You know what I mean? Or it just makes sense to you, even if it doesn't make sense to everybody else. All right, we got Gemini energy. All right, so this could also be that you guys are exchanging a lot of different ideas. So you're going to probably get communication from somebody, some of y'all that you may have let go. Because the Pisces energy can also be a romantic, hot, cold connection. There could be communication. Opposition could mean that somebody's going to allow you guys to take the lead in the relationship. So there could be a conversation like so, like there may be a vision or fantasy or and big idea that you may have over a certain type of relationship with somebody. If you keep that vision in mind, the conversation that you're going to have with this person is going to lead you guys to that path because confrontation means that we have to speak. So somebody who you guys may be mirroring or somebody who is mirroring you is going to be reaching out, or you guys are going to talk, have a conversation where you guys are going to open up and close a pattern or close a cycle of a certain type of behavior. All right, they may give you the respect or acknowledgement that you deserve. This could be a Aries, could be a Gemini, could be a Pisces, could be a Capricorn or an Aquarius. All right, but I get you guys maybe setting down a foundation or like getting to know each other again. You know what I mean? So sometimes with this Pisces and the Neptune energy, it's love at first sight. And also I see that with the 12th house. So this could be a connection in the first house too. So this may be somebody who you guys have liked that since first sight or since, let's say, childhood or since, I don't know, it could be somebody you guys have had a crush on too. So this could be somebody who's either had a crush on you or you've had a crush on maybe since childhood or since like you first met them. You know what I mean? Or somebody who's had that feeling about you. You guys are gonna be building some type of structure or foundation together. They're gonna be getting to know you better. You know what I mean? I get that vibe. So it could be like you guys catch up. You know, they could provide you guys with different like creative ideas. This is going to change your personality. I know from trusting your instincts. So even if they're not the one that starts the conversation, if you start the conversation by trusting your instincts, it goes well. You know what I mean? So Saturn can also represent somebody who helps you build a stable foundation or stable structure in yourself. They're usually somebody who's more mature, but they don't have to be more mature because we got the Gemini energy, which can mean that they're like a mirror of you. You're going to be dealing with somebody who's like a replication of you, someone who trusts how they feel in situations and isn't afraid of communicating and speaking on how they feel. So you'll be like projecting that and getting those same type of interactions from others, whether it just be romantic or whether it even be platonic. It doesn't really matter. It could be business. It don't matter. Once you start communicating and talking, people will like resonate with who you are and start like mirroring that same type of energy back. So if you're in need of help, people will be replying back and to like help you. If you're, I don't know, if you need company or whatever it is that you may need, people will be mirroring back either the aspect that you need or the aspect that you are in the time being. So that way you guys can connect better. You know what I mean? And that way you can fully communicate a message and feel heard. So that's the good thing. But it says new home, new boo, new car, or a new job. You're the magician of your life. So some of y'all could be like somebody who you guys will settle down with if it's going to be a relationship. Because it could be a Leo, Pisces, Capricorn. Because I got a partner that's coming your way that be emotionally like ready to just dive right into a connection with y'all and like create a solid foundation with y'all. Because maybe y'all may have children. It doesn't seem like it happens super fast, but it could. Or if not, you guys may have like a household together. You know what I mean? Like I said, you guys will want to build a structure, a foundation, a schedule, a routine, something. Y'all want to like y'all would like to see the fruits of this connection become something. So there could be a talk about that. A talk about what happens next. You know what I mean? This may be somebody who inspires you to maybe start taking things more seriously, pushes you in the direction of life that you're meant to go in. You know, this may be somebody who comes at the very end of something. Some of y'all, they may be like a boost to your career. They're like a very career oriented, or somebody who really puts you up into the spotlight by like helping you like get to where you want to go. It's somebody who's going to help you towards a goal. You know, so they may give you a bunch of different ideas. They may just kind of communicate with you a lot, or this may start off like as like just casually talking, you know what I mean? And then it speeds up or heats up into something a lot more stable or a lot more grounded between y'all. It may be just up in the air, hot, cold at first. All right, could be a Leo, could be an Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of y'all, they are younger than y'all, but if they're younger than y'all, they still have a strong air of like maturity. You know what I mean? Because some of y'all, this may be somebody who's like a creator or like an artist. Because I got the Page of Cups. It could be a creator or artist or just like very whimsical too. Because that Page of Cups is somebody who trusts their instincts. They don't always trust it, but like if there was anything else that they were going to move on, they were going to move on how they feel, whether it makes logical sense or not. So this is somebody who you guys, it could possibly rush into a connection because they're infatuated with you. So this is somebody who like definitely feels in love with y'all at first sight. So they're going to either be very playful and flirty, or they're going to be very like shy and like tender and like impatient to get your attention. So this would be somebody who tries to impress y'all in the very beginning stages. They try to go like above. I can't say they try to go above and beyond, but they do try to like do more than. So maybe they promise more than what they can deliver at first. At first, but this is somebody who never gives up. So you'll like that. This may for some of y'all, this may be somebody who brings y'all generational worth, generational wealth, or y'all may have a child together because that could be a form of like a generational wealth of like having children, having longer lineage. That's also a generational wealth. We don't always see it as that, but that is one too. So possibly some of y'all could be, you may have a large family with this person, or You guys may have a large business or a large investment. This may be somebody you guys take on a large purchase with, which could be a house, which could be like a business, could be children, it could be, I don't know. You know what I mean? It could be anything. So like it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendly too, or like a friendly gesture of somebody who wants to see you overcome, let's say, poverty or overcome financial issues. You know what I mean? This would be somebody who put forth the effort, the energy. They fight the fight for you. They fight the fight with you. They're a good leader. Whoever this is a good leader, but also knows how to follow. You know what I mean? And they'll admire you. You know what I mean? They're sweet on you. There's somebody who's sweet on you. So like instantly you guys will feel connected. Instantly they'll like your personality. They'll like your natural tendencies. They'll like how you take initiation, how you take initiative. They'll like how you like are responsible or ambitious. You'll like this about them. You know what I mean? And like you guys may go back and forth. Like you may be strong in one area and they're strong in another area. You guys come together and help each other like balance out whatever their like deficiencies are. So it's going to be a healthy relationship that can be very romantic and very like soothing or very healing in a sense. And then others of y'all creative talents, passion, ability, bringing y'all in more money because you guys are finally like becoming more serious, really starting to like take action on your ideas. As soon as you feel inspired, you're taking action. So it leads back into where that storyline I was telling y'all, where you may start trusting your instinct, have spiritual gifts and talents, and start connecting the dots. You guys may be like finally starting to feel confident, communicating, speaking, putting your artistry into action, seeing your ideas manifest and starting to feel like confident because of the progress you're starting to see. It may be slow progress at first, but eventually you guys get over the hump and then it gets super easy. You know what I mean? So you may be about maybe buy a house, car, luxury shit. You know what I'm saying? So it could even be somebody, a friend putting y'all onto a job with the Seven of Pentacles. It's an easy job too. It's a job where you get out of the rat race or you're not like having to hustle for your money. You don't seem to have to like do a whole lot to get the money. You know what I mean? So this could be somebody who either gets you a lump sum of money or this could be somebody who like you get money, get a job, a high paying job that does not require you to put a whole lot of effort. You can kind of like create your day or you can like be creative about how you get your tasks done. You know what I mean? So it could be done with a Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Gemini, Leo, Pisces, Virgo. Okay. Was that all signs? No, but that was close. That was damn near close. All right. So I'm about to show you our pile selection again. All right, after this quick shuffle. That was a lot of cards I just pulled out there. I had no intention on doing that. Yeah, pieces of it should, because it's like a whole collective. We just broke up into pieces. So maybe not all the whole pile. You know what I mean? Okay, okay. All right, so pile selection again. Bam. Two, three, four. Two, three, four. Pile two. All right. Quick shuffle it there. Okay. So let's go ahead and pile two. Bam, bam. Okay, so pile two. Good stuff coming your way. We got, man, okay, we got status. So that's good. 10th house. 10th house activation. So this could be your public attention or recognition being improved. This could be an improvement in your career. Could be an improvement in your success, like what you consider to be success. This could also be like a win, a public win. You know what I mean? But it may be the recognition that you always wanted or felt you deserved, or it could be some type of big achievement. Damn, did we get something out? It was trying to give me too many last thing. Here we go. Okay, Aries. So some of y'all could be getting into a competitive field and excelling, or you guys could be like going to the top of your top of your like I would say your financial bracket. So some of y'all could be also leveling up in terms of like pay, um, tax bracket. You know what I mean? Your work. I got sixth house and I got 10th house. So this most of y'all is going to revolve around work or revolve around people that you see on a regular basis. So some of y'all they could be becoming a lot more assertive and a lot more aggressive with y'all. But you guys could also be coming that way, becoming a lot more competitive, becoming a lot more of a force in your career or in the public eye. So some of y'all may be putting yourselves out there soon to be recognized and it may work out very quickly, very fast for y'all. Also, you guys may be like working with colleagues, getting closer to people that you see on a regular basis. So I guess that's going to be good for y'all too. All right. But I really feel like you guys may be dominating soon, either in your career or just dominating with something that you guys have like been striving for. 10th house means that you had to strive for it for a while. So it's Saturnian energy or Capricorn energy. So you had to strive for it for a while. You had to build a foundation and then work towards it. So either you're going to see some type of results from the work and repetitiveness you've been doing, or you guys are about to feel a lot more confident at your job. Five of Pentacles means you guys will be meeting a lot of different people, socializing, communicating with people that you don't know. So I don't know. Some of y'all, maybe it's gonna be customers, followers, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, okay, Eight of Pentacles. So y'all be getting over imposter syndrome and not knowing where to go. So maybe somebody steps up as an authority for y'all, or you guys just start, like I said, becoming confident in like your in your ways of doing stuff, because the Six of Pentacles could be about your way of doing stuff, your specific strategy to do things. So you could be figuring out what's your strategy or what's your strong points and then working on that. I kind of get that vibe of you guys leveling up in career or in status where people can see you, people know you. Y'all maybe some of y'all may become a household name or just very recognizable around the office or around your work environment. This is good because you guys won't have to work as hard because you'll be getting the acknowledgement that some of you deserve. You know what I mean? And even if it was a job, it's leading back into a job where you may not feel like you're ready for it. So it could be like a position. Say, for instance, you applied to be a scientist and you know nothing about Bunsen burgers or like flask or nothing. You know nothing about the lingo of the job, but you do such a good job of like just asserting yourself and like being ready for the interview that like they have no choice but to say, I mean, they have a choice, but they just kind of like look over some of the like imperfections of you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, well, come on, fuck it. You know what I mean? We could teach you. You seem like a quick learner. So this could be a version of what I'm saying. Because the Two of Swords gives me like I don't feel like I'm quite ready for it, but you guys are about to get over an imposter syndrome or over a feeling of like not being ready or not knowing enough or not being able to be enough or do enough or you know what I mean, not feeling skilled enough. You're getting out of that type of energy and stop doubting yourself, your talent or your abilities. All right. So also it could be money that some of y'all don't have to work for. I noticed that too. All right, good stuff coming your way. Some of y'all, it is going to be generational wealth, or it's going to be a high-paying job. I got King of Pentacles and I got the Ten of Pentacles. So it could be a high-paying job where you guys are able to buy large expenditures, large things that you really want. So this could also be somebody paying for it for you. So this could like be a promotion because I'm kind of getting like a promotion vibe, or where you guys are getting more money, or you're like locked into your job, like grandfathered in. Some of y'all may be grandfathered in. I feel that way only because of the Hermit and the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of y'all may be like into a status or like I don't know, almost like a Hall of Fame maybe. Maybe it's like a Hall of Fame, you know what I mean? Because you also make some type of money out of this situation and you get recognition. So I get that vibe too, you know what I mean? So and it says generational wealth in the King of Pentacles. So some of y'all it's maybe a high paying job if you're not getting like, you know, looking for a job or you already have a job or you are like a business owner, then I get you guys being able to make more money for less work or for less product or for less like effort, not having to like maybe not work as many hours. Because sometimes that King of Pentacles in reverse could be somebody who's like they procrastinate a lot and they can sometimes tend to be lazy, you know what I mean? But you'll be getting money. Some of y'all it's maybe like an inheritance, maybe, or a trust fund, you know what I mean? So some of y'all may be having like a trust fund possibly, or being connected to somebody who maybe has a trust fund or connected to somebody who has a lot of resources and money that helps you build up. You know what I mean? So if you're not necessarily doing this on your own, then you have somebody who's going to come in and be overly generous with you guys and get you guys together. You may be able to buy a house, or you may be able to move off a grid, or you may be able to like leave a long-standing job or leave somewhere that you were at for a while where you may have felt you were wasting time, wasting your abilities. You know what I mean? So like let's say that you work at, I'm just giving an example. It don't have to be this place, but let's say that you work at Amazon, you work at a factory in general, or you work somewhere where you didn't want to work prior to. This could be a better job that comes along, or this could be somebody who helps you make money in a non-traditional way. You know what I mean? They may like reveal, I don't know, just little strategies because the hermit could be somebody who has profound knowledge and wisdom that other people don't have. They're like a gem and they're rare. So you may be running into somebody who's rare, who has a lot of wisdom, information, knowledge, or resources that can help you become financially stable. You know what I mean? Even if it's not generationally wealthy, it could be financially stable. So this could be like a business investment, a business investor. This could even be sometimes with the King of Pentacles reverse. This could even be a gambler. Some of y'all could even be like a drug dealer, a mob boss, a father, a sugar dad. You know what I mean? Somebody who's maybe even married. Some of y'all, but it's somebody who's going to be giving y'all money, like helping y'all get money to build yourselves up financially. You know what I mean? They got a lot of care for you. Somebody who cares for y'all. In a romantic way, because I was kind of looking at it romantically too. Some of y'all may be growing closer to somebody who you see on a regular basis. This could be a coworker, colleague, customer, client. I don't know if that's right because sometimes, well, King of Pentacles sometimes can be somebody who sometimes abuses their authority. So it could be customer client. You could be the customer client. It don't really matter. You know what I mean? Some of y'all may be growing closer to someone. They may start becoming a lot more assertive with y'all. This maybe somebody wants to spend some time with y'all, so they may like try to isolate with you soon. All right, or they may try to get you to come to their house, or they may come to your house. I get that vibe too. So this may be somebody who like has an air of professional ability, but they're gonna drop that facade or they're gonna drop that image and start being a lot more social with y'all. They're gonna start being a lot more aggressive or a lot more forthright with you. So somebody who maybe is like kind of quiet at the moment, all right, and doesn't want to like they're like this is somebody who's a perfectionist. So this person, when they take action, they like to know that they're going to be able to win or they're going to be able to get what it is that they want. So this is someone who's going to be putting things into motion soon. Could be an Aries, Scorpio. They're going to be putting things into motion soon between y'all. It could be a Gemini. Yep, they're going to communicate with y'all soon. Reach out. This is somebody who's very dignified. They care a lot about their status, or they care a lot about their reputation. They care a lot about their image. You know what I mean? Somebody has a strong voice, so they have like a strong tone. Their voice, you probably like their voice, but it's strong. It sounds confident. So there's gonna be somebody who like talks to y'all, or reaches out to y'all, or tries to get you guys to go on a date or spend extensive time with them. You know what I mean? It'll be on their dime too. So that's what you'll probably like about it too. It'll be on their dime. So they may some of y'all maybe like they invite you to their house. Some of y'all they may stay in a mansion or they may stay in like a high rise or stay somewhere luxurious. So there's like that opportunity. You know what I mean? And I get that vibe happening here. But it's gonna be somebody who's gonna be forthright with y'all, very assertive, straightforward, like cut through the bullshit. They're not gonna do a lot of playing. You're gonna like this about this person. There's somebody who comes and gets what they want, and they're willing to pay for the experiences, to have you happy, to have you around. This could be somebody who spares no expense for y'all too. So you may like that. You know what I mean? They give you a lot of different benefits. You get benefits by being with this person. So some of y'all, they may be popular, famous, because the 10th house is here. This could be somebody who's popular, famous. They may represent a long-term goal of who you yourself would like to be, you know what I mean, or who you yourself are striving to be. So some of y'all, this could be somebody who works with you, and then others of y'all, somebody who romantically is interested in y'all. You know what I mean? They have potential to be a husband or a wife material. You know what I mean? At first, you may be undecided about this person, and it could be because you guys are like overly critical or feeling like this person is too good to be true. Like there's no way that I was able to encounter this opportunity this way. All right, let's look at the good stuff coming your way. What's the good stuff coming your way for pile two? It says sometimes the solution is easier than what we think it is. So this situation goes a lot more smoothly than what you imagine it to. What's up there, Joy? It goes a lot more smoothly than what you imagine it to. This could be somebody who like doesn't really like a lot of people. They don't keep a lot of people around them. They don't socialize with a lot of people. So for them to be fond of you, or they don't do this type of behavior for a lot of people. So for them to be fond of you in this light, or for them to like look out for you in this light, it says a lot about who you are. So this is like why this person comes along in your life to like boost your confidence, to make you feel a lot more self-assured, um, to make you feel a lot more driven and a lot more ambitious about the things that you desire. This is somebody who shows up when you're about to be in a winning period. You know what I mean? They help you like find your spark again. You know what I mean? So even if it's at work, this is somebody who like when they're around, if you see this person on a regular basis, when you see them around, you feel inspired, you feel ready to go, you have like a lot of energy, they keep you motivated. You're like, I'm glad this person is here because they make me motivated. So it's somebody in that light who you see in that light who you yourself would want to impress. You'd be surprised that they want to impress you too, because we got the Gemini energy with the third house, which are people who think the same as you or like learn and listen and communicate in the same way as you. You know what I mean? So you guys see each other the same way and you see yourselves through each other. That's where you're gaining your confidence. They kind of agree with your beliefs and your value system. You know what I mean? Even if y'all never talk, their way of living and their way of like what they work for or what they strive for is the same as yours. So you'll be connecting with a lot more people like that. Some of y'all is gonna be in your neighborhood, like just maybe people in your neighborhood who you're connecting with like that, or just in general, the vibe in general is like you're connecting with people where you guys have the same mindset, the same drive, the same ambition, and they get you to your goals a lot faster. You know what I mean? This could be in health, this could be in routines, this could be in self-care, this could be in like diet, relationships, fitness, this could be in your day-to-day responsibilities, this could be towards career aspirations, long-term goals, marriage, public recognition. So like these could be people who could sometimes be friendly competition, even as a lover. These a lover who's a high achiever who's going to keep inspiring you to continue to keep being your best day in and day out. But they'll always be there with you because they have a lot of love and concern for you. And they're not really fond of other people. They could be genuine with other people, but for you, there's a sweet spot. Like I could be hard and cold and like aggressive with the world, but with you, there's a sweet spot. I don't feel like I need to overdo you or undermine you. I feel like I need to be protective towards you. I feel like I need to speak to you with positive affirmation. So you may have a lot of people around y'all connecting. It says the angels are healing you. So yeah, this is a healing again, another healing connection or healing connections or experiences that are coming your way meant to boost your confidence and make you guys feel confident enough to speak up or communicate, even when you're unsure of what to say. You know what I mean? So this may be somebody, like I said, who like does like maybe spends a lot on you or does something that's so impactful that you may like lose the words to say to this person. You may not know what to say to this person. You know what I mean? All right, and then some of y'all, I was even kind of picking up. This may be people or a person who once ignored y'all but can no longer ignore y'all. I get them having a lot of passion or desire to speak up and tell you what's been on their mind for the longest. If it was somebody who went ghost and was holding back from y'all, then they're feeling like the pangs of like missing you or feeling the pangs of your presence being gone and wanting to like communicate, reach out, maybe repair the connection between you, buy you an expensive gift to make up. I get that vibe. All right, so it could be a Capricorn, Aries, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Aries. All right, I said Cancer and Libra. Yeah. All right. And Leo. Yeah. Okay, so that boom. And that was for the Paul to ski. Paul to ski. You won't need this. I got two piles. Okay. So let's look again at the piles. So this would be pile three, pile four, pile three, pile four. All right. All right, let me get a quick shuffle. Okay. Oh, you like that one, huh, Miracle Mac? That was you right there, huh? That was your pile that time. Because you said it in the beginning. He's like, pile two, that's pile two. But he's like, pile one had little pieces. Pile one wasn't meant for you. Pile two was, and you already knew that. You felt it. Like, that's for me. That's for me for sure. All right. So here we go. Pile three, here we go. All right, so pile three, what's the good stuff coming your way? Okay. Here we go. What we got? North node. Okay. Let's see. North node is usually mean that you're getting where you're supposed to be going. What's up there, Star? Okay, so some of y'all it's gonna be a partnership or a deal, compromise, negotiation that comes your way. This could be also having a breakthrough with your social interactions with people. You know what I mean? Where people are being a lot more pleasant, a lot more hospitable, being a lot more giving to you. Let's say that you guys were over givers at one time, or people who were like dealing with takers, and you're about to have an unexpected breakthrough in your relationships where people are going to be wanting to give to you. They're going to be wanting to please you. This could be a change of a dynamic for y'all or a sudden shock to y'all, like a culture shock. You may not be used to people being this friendly, this social, maybe even this charming and romantic towards y'all, because Libra sometimes could be a flirter, somebody who's very charming and very pleasant and overly friendly, even if they don't always mean it, they do be that way. But I feel like this is going to happen. Some of y'all could be somebody you guys are running into or fated to be have in your life. If it's a relationship, it's going to be somebody who's going to surprise you that they're being friendly and social with you, or that they're being so pleasant with you, especially if it's somebody who you may have known in the past. This would be somebody you have an unexpected breakthrough with. So it could be a Libra, it could be an Aquarius. This may not be your usual type. Y'all may have some type of unusual connection together. Could be a Aries. All right. This would be somebody who liked you from the first sight when they seen you, or somebody who you liked from the first sight. But most likely it was both ways. You guys were probably pleased by each other. Could be a Leo. Let's see. Hold on, man. Okay, here we go. I got Libra again. All right. Some of y'all, they could be in the legal field or in the healing field, or like somebody who takes up for others. They could be a protector. So think of like a lawyer, a police officer, maybe a detective. Well, that's a police officer. Maybe a army person. I mean, an army person. Maybe in the armed forces. Maybe they're a fireman or something, or maybe even a counselor or a mediator. Just somebody who's like very peaceful, good at resolving issues. You guys may have a breakthrough with them. So even if it's not like somebody who's good at resolving issues, you'd be surprised that this person knows how to fix the situation that may have happened between y'all. Because Chiron could be somebody who's like wants to heal an insecurity or a deep wound that you guys may have had. You know what I mean? So this could be somebody, this, if this is like a newer relationship to y'all, this is somebody who's going to be breaking a pattern that you had around relationships and allowing you to submerge into a partnership with somebody unexpectedly. It may cut you off guard because you may not have expected to fall in love in this way. North Node just means that you're meant to have this experience. It's something that's meant to be on your journey along the way. So it poses a slight challenge, but this is somebody who is more easygoing and very diplomatic. So like where there would be like hardship or difficulties in, this person doesn't, they are like, they balance that out is what I'm saying. So like this is somebody who doesn't see it as a wrong just because like, so say for instance, say like as a man, women don't really like men who are insecure or who are shy, but maybe for this woman, she may enjoy that. But then as a woman, men aren't always necessarily fond of women who are masculine or who are like self-sufficient, but maybe as this man, he may like that. You know what I mean? He may like that you speak your mind. He may like that like in areas where he's insecure or not really like the most confident, that you like illuminate those areas and you're strong in them. It's almost like an opposition, but it's like you guys balance each other out really well. You know what I mean? Even if these are friendships, connections, business partnerships, you guys will be able to give each other what they need, what the other person needs. All right. So because Pisces is here, so you guys will be sensitive to each other's needs, or you're going to experience a pattern where every time you're encountering people, they're pleasant and they're pleased, wanting to please you and like take care of your needs. Sometimes they sacrifice more for you, or you feel the need to sacrifice more for them, but it'll be one of those relationships where you don't feel taken advantage of. You guys just kind of meld into each other. Your day to day becomes, you know, your responsibilities, your problems become each other's. You know what I mean? You guys become like a full team, a real team. All right. Good stuff coming your way. It could also be you guys are changing up your aesthetic. So you guys may be dressing maybe a little bit more formal, dressing a little bit more relaxed, or just maybe changing your style up to a style that more so seems tailored towards you. This could be maybe a more mature style for some of you, but this could also just be like a more laid back, easier going style, maybe a more flowy style of dressing. You know what I mean? So like it kind of gives you more of a feminine, like maybe you don't dress up like a tomboy anymore. Maybe you don't dress up like a onk, you know what I mean? If you're a man, maybe you don't dress up like you know what I mean, like you don't want people to look at you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you finally start taking a little bit more like care, and when it comes to your physical appearance or your dress, your style of dress, the way you present yourself. All right, because I get you guys attracting a partner who's going to be willing to like devote themselves or willing to like really immerse themselves into you. It says the best thing about memories is making them. So I was also noticing the body. So some of y'all could be getting your body together. Maybe this is surgery. You know what I mean? But I was getting some of you guys getting your body together, your aesthetic changes, you know, the way that you view yourself. Yeah, yeah. So it's coming back stronger, better than ever. So definitely you guys are in the gym. It's in the gym. Look at that, man. It's in the gym. You can see that. He's in the gym. That's why I knew it. Some of y'all are getting in the gym or having a breakthrough with your physical appearance where people are starting to see you in a more vain and a more like attractive light, where they're starting to romanticize you and idolize your facial appearance. So your face aesthetic could be changing unexpectedly. So this could be like maybe it's getting leaner, maybe it's getting thicker. I mean, a little bit like maybe it's getting a little bit more fuller, you know what I mean? Maybe it's getting a little bit more chiseled, defined. I don't know, you know what I mean? It's a change because like the way that people are viewing you is changing. So unexpectedly, you're gonna have a breakthrough with people finding you to be romantically attractive in a more sensual, in a more softer way, in a sense where they want to go out of their way for you and be more pleasing and more pleasant towards you. It's something that you guys are meant to experience, though. You know what I mean? So that way you guys could like start to trust people again. So it's helping you heal trust issues. So somebody who wants to do all or be all for you, it's a partner that's coming your way like that. or friends or people in general want to be all they can be for you by acting as saviors, by acting as like confidants, by acting as protectors. You know what I mean? All right, it says if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. So these could be newer connections for some of y'all, or these could be connections with people who you let go of, and now they would like to make amends. That unexpected, the Uranus energy is a breakthrough unexpectedly because you don't expect this to happen. I already released this idea. I really let go of this. I didn't think this would ever become anything. So it could be them wanting to make up with y'all, wanting to heal the connection between y'all and balance things out, becoming sensitive to your needs. It says I love. So some of y'all just may be somebody who finally tells you they love you. All right. It says the lanterns are different, but the light is the same. So you guys may want the same thing. It could be in a relationship where you guys wanted the same thing, but we're maybe communicating it in two totally different ways. I get you guys having a breakthrough and coming to a conclusion, like a fair conclusion between the both of y'all, or a fair balance between the both of you. All right. What else? Oh, look at here. The good stuff coming your way. What's up there, Pisces Moon? Good stuff coming your way. A very loyal says you are a very loyal person. Make sure those you give it to reciprocate it back because you deserve it. So you're going to start expecting that in your relationships or your connections because you guys aren't afraid of walking away. So that's why it says if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. So you guys are learning how to like assert boundaries. You guys are learning self-respect, self-worth. All right, there's an unexpected change in that, and that's the change of the dynamic and the change of the view. So some of y'all, even if it's not your physical appearance, but I think it is because it says coming back stronger and better. I think it's that. But even if it's not that, it's a change of how you carry yourself and the respect that you command or that you require from people, the reciprocation that you require from partnerships you're going to be getting. You know what I mean? Where partners will be happy to give to you what you're asking for. You know what I mean? That same loyalty. Also, when I seen the dog, I was thinking some of y'all may get a dog or get a pet or, you know what I mean? Something like that. Or your dog, or if you have like a sick animal, they get better. So I kind of get that vibe. I'm looking at Chiron Hill and then it's next to the dog. So some of y'all, it could be that. Could be like your animal gets better. You know what I mean? If you had a sick dog or sick pet or something like that, or it gets better. All right. But what else? But I get it's being a loyal or a devoted person coming your way, connection wise. It's somebody who's always going to want to be around you or always want to be on you. All right. It says the portal to divine has opened up for you. You're coming out of the shadows. So it is a glow up as well in that physical appearance because of the gym. All right. And so someone who lied to you or tried to backstab you or delay your blessings is going to try to make a deal or try to make amends with y'all. They may have lied to you in the past, or they may have like, I don't know, snaked you, weaseled you, did something like that. They're going to try and make up with y'all, be fair to you this time, or try to please you. All right. All right, so we got the high priestess, good stuff coming your way. It's the high priestess in reverse. So unexpectedly, this person's going to start expressing, they're going to be giving you guys more attention. All right, paying more attention to you, starting to really pay attention to like what your needs are, wanting to know you inside and out. This is gonna be a partner who really tries to immerse themselves in your life. This would be somebody who wants to live in y'all skin. You know what I mean? Now, some of y'all, because the high priestess in reverse, this could be taboo. Sometimes it could be same sex. I don't know if that's good for you. Other times, this could be just somebody who reveals how they felt about you, where maybe it was hard to read at one time. Maybe they were like seeming off limits, or they felt like the relationship between y'all was off limits. Sometimes it could be because of the appearance to others. Like this may be somebody who cares about their reputation first. So they may have like, could have, I don't know. Pisces energy sometimes could be a hot, cold relationship. So this could have been somebody who maybe seemed like they were into the relationship, and then when it was like time to commit, they weren't really seeming like they were into the relationship. So this could some of y'all could have been like somebody who wasn't like, I don't know, portraying being ready for a connection. But I get this person being passionate about y'all now, wanting to give you guys a lot of attention, the utmost attention, their undivided attention. You know what I mean? Some of y'all may have humbled this person by no longer keeping your presence or no longer being around them. I kind of get that vibe with the high priestess and the six of wands in reverse and the five of wands in reverse and the four swords in contemplation, or in like this person has reconsidered, since you no longer were putting the effort or no longer fighting for their attention or no longer competing to keep them in your life. They figured it out. They realized like, oh, damn, I'm missing something. I'm losing something here. You know what I mean? So some of y'all are going to reveal or like make their presence known soon. So some of y'all are going to get a lot of attention from this person soon, or they're going to do stuff to get your attention. But like the high priestess could be in subtle ways, but y'all going to know because they're going to be acting in ways that are unusual to them. So this may be somebody, how you know them is on a superficial level, especially with the high priestess. You may have known them on a superficial level. So say, for instance, if it was even a relationship that you were with this person, it could have been just sexual or just casual or just friendly or just business or just whatever. We never went past a certain point in terms of depth and getting to know each other on that level. we never really had deep conversations. They're going to unexpectedly become a lot more social with y'all. What's changed? The Knight of Wands usually means that you're becoming either more attractive and they feel like people are competing for y'all. And it's got to be because of Four Swords. Some of y'all is your appearance. That really seems to be what's changed, or they're just viewing your appearance in a different light. So this could be like maybe you wore something differently. Maybe it could be rumors. Sometimes with the high priestess, maybe it could be rumors of sexuality. Maybe it could be knowing that nobody else has been able to tame you or pin you down. It could even be that too, because the high priestess is somebody who's unattainable but is desired by many, even if she doesn't fit the social or societal standard for beauty or for handsomeness. They're sought after by other people because of like their altruistic like flair or their altruistic traits. Their what do they call it? Their unconventionally attractive traits. You know what I mean? This could be like a woman who doesn't want to have children, or a woman who may even have a lot of children, but you know what I mean? So that could be like non-traditionally attractive to some men. And then like short men or really slim, slender women with no body. That's like a rarity these days, but it's possible because not too many people stay slim. They'd be like, I need a BBL. You know what I mean? So this could be somebody who's like that, or this could be like a woman who's very strong, or you know what I mean? Like there's like something about them that like doesn't fit their gender is what I mean. Something about this person doesn't fit their gender. So they could be a man, but like feminine, and they could be a woman, but like masculine, but like they're attractive even with that trait. You know what I mean? So like you can see this person for who they really are. And they're going to start like revealing more of that to you. You know what I mean? So you're going to like that about this person. They may want to date in a way that may be unusual to y'all. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or you may want to date in a way that may be unusual to them, but they go for it. You know what I mean? I get that with the Five of Wands. This is somebody who doesn't put up a lot of fight, doesn't like drama. You know what I mean? They keep like their stress and their worries to themselves. So I get them like wanting to negotiate with y'all or wanting to like open up the lines of communication by just being maybe more friendly and social. Just out of nowhere, it's gonna happen, y'all. So it may mean that y'all meet somewhere, because the North Node can mean we meet up on the same path, or we like meet somewhere. We end up running into each other. We're meant to be there at the same time. So this could be somebody y'all work with, or somebody maybe at the gym, or somewhere at the beach, or you may meet them somewhere at like a social gathering unexpectedly. I get that vibe. All right. So it could be Aquarius, could be a Pisces, could be a Libra, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo. Could be one of these signs. Okay. So we about to get over here to Power Four. Who is that? Okay, let me see. We about to get over here to Power Four. Okay, so here we are, Power Four right here. Boom, bow, Power Four. Okay. So what'd you say about your boss? Your boss keep trying to schedule you for what? My boss keeps trying to isolate me at work, but I've been dodging it now. I'm only scheduled for 2 days. Why he been trying to isolate you? What he on? Would he like you? Huh? All right, so anyway, here we go. Let me get a quick shuffle real quick. Your boss must like you. We're trying to single you out. Okay. Okay, so boom. All right, so power four, good stuff coming your way. Okay, so we got the moon. All right, so your perception is changing. All right, what your needs are changing. So what you need emotionally is changing. So some of y'all may no longer need emotional reassurance from people that you once did before. So some of y'all could also be healing from an existing wound or existing injury or an existing trauma. You guys could finally be processing it and phasing it out of your life, which could be like being betrayed, being cheated on, being lied to. It could be physical injury, you know what I mean? It could be just a childhood trauma. It could be anything. It could be a passing of a family member. Some of y'all are finally letting that go. All right, no longer letting that hold you back. And then others of y'all could just be fears of intimacy, fears of getting closer to people, fears of allowing people into your life. That's going away. You know what I mean? You guys are allowing people to like be in your personal space, or people are going to be wanting you in their personal space. Some of y'all could even be somebody who you guys were holding a grudge against, is maybe wanting to heal the connection between y'all. They're missing you being around. You know, it could be a Cancer, it could be a Scorpio. So there's somebody who's been keeping tabs on y'all or investigating y'all or watching y'all. All right, looking for signs. Some of y'all, they're looking for signs of you being discomfortable without them, like not wanting, like not having them around. So they're looking for you, like they're looking to see if you're sad if they're not there. Ooh, okay. So it could be a Taurus. All right, so some of y'all, maybe somebody who wants to get you guys a large expense, a large expensive gift, or wants to gift you guys money, or help you make money, or this would be somebody who comes into your life to help you guys make money. They could be very good at acquiring large amounts of money. Could be a Pisces, could be a Sag, could be a Taurus. Yeah, could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio. So some of y'all may be allowing somebody to take lead, or allowing somebody to show you how to make a lot of money. Some of y'all from a vision or from a dream or from an idea that you have. This may be somebody who already can do this for themselves, who has already done this for themselves. So this may be somebody who can like help you get something. I'm gonna give you an example. They can help you build a business, buy a house, buy a building, invest in stocks, invest in bonds, or like how to create, how, like, let's say if you want to start a social media page, they'll show you how to make money with that page, how to monetize or something like that. So some of y'all, this could be somebody who shows up as like a spiritual teacher to you, which just means that they're showing you a different philosophy or a different way of existing in the world that may have been uncomfortable to y'all at one time. So say that you're used to always working for somebody else. This would be somebody who shows up in a time when it's time for you to be an entrepreneur and it feels uncomfortable, but this person is there to show you how to do it. They show you their principles, they show you their philosophies and how they do it, how they were able to attain it, and how they were able to acquire it. And you learn this experience through them, and then you're able to replicate it and like make it your own. So this would be somebody who comes into your life to show you how to make it your own. Now, for others of y'all, it's a romantic partner who has the same value system as y'all, or the same self-worth, or the same work ethic, or like it like feels the same way about the relationship that you do, and would like to have a stability, or like to build a foundation with y'all. This is a partner that's coming into your life that may make y'all feel like everything is possible. Anything is limitless. I mean, anything is limitless. Like anything I want, I can have. Anything I want to do, it's possible. So there's somebody who comes into your life to make you feel that anything is possible with them in your life. You know what I mean? So they're probably like a hype man or a hype woman. They may be very generous because I got the second house and that Jupiter energy. They could be very generous. If not, when they come into your life, opportunities to make money or opportunities to gain resources or finances or whatever you need to feel stable comes because this person is in your life. So they could be very creative or just very intuitive. Some of y'all, they work a traditional job, like but they have to use their intuitive abilities. So like I think of like stocks, think of like maybe like doctors, because doctors do use their intuition at times, like muscle memory. I don't know, therapists maybe, I don't know, drawers, painters, or maybe if they do that, they do something creative or artistic, they make money with it and they can provide for themselves and provide for others. So there's somebody who seems to have like a business acumen to them. All right. So this is gonna be somebody who poses to be good luck in your life. What does it say? It says, whatever seed you have sown, the time to reap the rewards have now come. So that's what that second house is too. You reap the rewards of the work that you put in, as well as Taurus energy is about harvesting season. All right. So well, it's all about planting or cultivating. So whatever you guys have planted or cultivated in the past, this is going to be somebody who comes along, and this could be like your value system, your self-worth. If you've been working on that, or even working on your physical body, or working on your finances, or working on making money, or trying to make money, there could be a wave of it, of energy comes in, and optimism, and like just hopefulness that allows you to get way more. You know what I mean? Some of y'all could be like intuitively knowing what steps to take to make more money, but with debilitated, it usually means allowing somebody else to come in to help you do it. So it's most likely somebody else coming in to help you do it. It says you have a deep connection to Mother Gaia. You will have more prosperity and abundance than you lost recently in material gains. So you guys will be having a lot more money soon. All right. And then it says, make sure to check in with yourself with what's troubling you instead of masking your pain with laughter. So there's maybe somebody who's very funny that comes into your life. They may be breaking you out of like a fear-based mindset or a poverty-based mindset, a feeling of not feeling good enough. You know what I mean? This is somebody who confirms that you guys are on the right path, or headed in the right direction. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who does make you feel like you can trust your feelings, you can trust your intuition. All right. It says you're about to break a generational curse, which could just be a family pattern or ancestral pattern of like emotional responses. But it could also be like the way that you spend your money. Like maybe you guys, maybe nobody in your family has ever made $1 million. Maybe nobody in your family has ever maybe went to college. Maybe nobody in your family has ever bought their own house. Maybe nobody in your family has ever, you know what I mean? Like you're breaking some type of generational curse or some type of generational pattern. You know what I mean? And it could be in like maybe never be if maybe you guys have like haven't been married in a while. Maybe nobody's had I don't know. It could be anything. I don't know what the case may be, but like it's a family pattern that's being broken. All right. And some of y'all maybe it may revolve around material success or like the money management, you know what I mean? Like being able to leave money for another generation. So some of y'all could be that big. And then others of y'all, it just maybe like you guys are like not living above your means or something, or just like having it says this is a symbol of abundance. Money is about to appear in your life. It is money. It's got to be a lot of money coming your way. You know what I mean? Security, financial security. This could be an uptick in your career where like you naturally know what to do or what to like what steps to take to get more money, to like get money out of people, where people feel like taking on your calls. They see a bigger picture with you in their life. They feel like there's a bigger meaning with you around. So you may start like having more of a bigger personality and start expressing it. You know what I mean? So that it draws in more money or draws in more opportunities to make money, but it keeps saying money, 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 money. And Jupiter's a prosperous sign, so it's usually having to do with your optimism that brings all of this in, and not necessarily like the work that you do. Like, sure, it's strategic because we got Scorpio here, but the moon usually means that you understand the underlying current. You kind of understand what it is that other people need, even if they're not saying it. Or people will know what you need even without saying it. That means that they're studying you. So people are studying you and they're realizing that you may need more money. Some of y'all could be just like they see you're working harder, maybe you're working longer hours. So they start like pitching in, like to make sure that you have more of a comfortable or like more of a stable household or stable life. So it's people wanting to sacrifice for y'all as well. But it could be a partner who does this as well, or a friend who comes along, or whoever comes into your life. They're going to take the lead or take a burden or take some type of like hardship off of y'all if you were having a hardship. But it's finances that are coming your way, and somebody who's been trying to hide how they feel about you. They may have like big eyes. If they don't have big eyes, they just kind of give you a look. They have a strong look. Somebody who gets what's the word I'm looking for? They get maybe starstruck, or they get like they have like the little googly eyes, like where they just can't stop looking at you. This is somebody who really adores y'all if it's romantic. Even if maybe even if it's a friendship, they just really adore y'all. You know what I mean? Some of y'all they may have weird color hair, and I'll say weird color, which could mean like it could just be blonde, like with streaks and stuff. It could just be like whatever. They may have different color hair or something like that. Because this girl has blue hair, but it don't have to be. Or they could just be like very spiritual, very religious. You know what I mean? So for some of y'all, somebody who could look at you guys for a while. They could look at you guys like all day. Or you could look at this person all day. They have gentler features, softer features. If somebody has like a soft demeanor about them, you know what I mean? They're very not prideful, but they're very like they respect themselves. You know what I mean? So they could be kind of like slow moving, but like when they show up, the energy around them seems to speed up. Could be a Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Scorpio. Some of y'all, somebody you guys are familiar with because of the Six of Cups. All right. But if not, you guys will be highly relatable. Some of y'all gonna be creating content that's highly relatable. Because I got the Magician, I got the Six of Cups, and I got the Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords, you know what I mean, and the Knight of Wands. So you guys may be like becoming a lot more bolder, becoming a lot more like innovative or a lot more outgoing. Also being better at like changing, I'm gonna say changing your look or being able to improvise, like learning from mistakes. So some of y'all gonna be getting that energy where you're gonna stop caring about making mistakes and like think of it as part of the process, you know, because that's what optimism from Jupiter does. Stops making you look at your flaws or your mistakes, and starts making you look at the bigger picture. For instance, a form of this would be like when you're losing weight or when you're trying to change your physical appearance through exercise or through like, you know, what I mean, exercise, whatever, or fasting or dieting, whatever. It takes patience, but you have to have a level of optimism to keep you going, even when you're not seeing the results overnight. So this could be that. This could be also with a business or like a creative venture in general, like or like learning a new hobby or a new talent. In the beginning stages, you don't know what you're doing. So as you're like figuring it out, you have to have the optimism to know that eventually I'm going to know what I'm doing here. And when I do, I got it. So the Magician is that Six of Cups. You guys are outgrowing an old version of yourselves and becoming a more skilled version of yourself. You could be become a better conversationalist. You become somebody who's better at listening. I'm becoming better at like following those little niggling signs and taking action on ideas. Some of y'all are just getting better and bringing actualizing your ideas or actualizing your desires in the physical. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Neptune energy is also is like in this one, it's about the magician, it's about your creativity, your imagination, and bringing these things to the reality. And with the magician here, you guys are physically doing that. So some of y'all are tapping into a natural skill set or a natural ability or coming up with ideas that just seem to come out of nowhere or come from like out the heavens and bringing them into reality. So this could be like you guys come up with like fire ass skits or come up with like I said, some of y'all's content that's highly relatable to others. So some of y'all is going to be a social media page or a social media page you may make or a skit or a play that you may write that like a lot of people relate to. They're like, oh, I feel that way too. You know what I mean? So some of y'all could inspire y'all to start taking your creative passions in a different direction if you're already doing something creative. But even others, it may just like it may inspire you to start taking your creative passion somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, say you were like, what if I make a funny skit on my Instagram and you never posted before like that? And you do it and people laugh a couple of times. Let's say you get a quick 50 or a quick 150. You're like, oh, snap. I didn't know that many people would like find that to be funny. And then you start doing it. You know, you start learning from your mistakes. So some of y'all could be getting into like editing, movie developing, like I said, skits, content creating, seamstress or like, you know what I mean? Like getting into stuff where you're like really using your hand and your creativity and feeling inspired by every time you like manifest something or make something. It's going to keep you like wanting to do more and do more. And eventually what happens is your creativity expands into something else. It becomes something else and takes on a life of its own. So that kind of turns your life into more of like a spiritual practice. So that may be like the new philosophy that some of y'all are going to start taking on. But this could also be that you guys are also figuring out what is liked by your peers romantically. So you guys may become a lot more relatable to the opposite sex, like more desirable, more attractive, like exercising the mannerisms that they like. So you may be like being able to read body language better, seeing subtle signs and clues. You know what I mean? Where at one time you guys were like not really noticing stuff or overlooking things. You guys are going to start seeing things that are, I'm saying like a microscopic, but it's not really that. It's like you're seeing stuff that other people didn't see and you're using it to your advantage to like propel yourself, you know what I mean? Or to create different outcomes. So let's say that you've seen somebody who had a great relationship that you had, or you've seen somebody with a car that you like, but like there was just something maybe about the interior, or it was something about that relationship that they had that you was like, well, if I had that type of like dynamic, I would do this. You're able to create these type of outcomes shortly, and you're gonna feel inspired by each time you do it. Each time you do it, you're like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this again, and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. So you guys may be like on a creative streak shortly, or on a romantic streak, but or I would say it's a creative streak, but it could be romantic too. But it's creative in a way where you're able to just create the outcomes that you want to see. So say you want to date a certain woman, guy. Say you want to buy something. Say you want to reach a certain financial goal. You're able to do these things. You know what I mean? Like you're able to kind of like dream these ideas up or dream up a strategy, and then somebody either comes in and helps you do it, or you guys strategize about where you may fail or where you would have an issue with it, and you're able to overcome it by learning through from the mistakes that you made prior to. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of overacting in your brain, but it's in a good sense where you guys are like intuitively kind of catching like a invisible string and just following it to where you want to see like stuff happen in your life. But it's saying check in with yourself. So the Four Swords is also about taking care of your self-care. So I'm quite sure that you guys will be taking a lot of rest, a lot of relaxation, you know what I mean, creating time for yourself. You know what I mean? And this is also going to inspire people to give you more. So you may notice that people are overpaying you, tipping you, giving you more than what they normally give you just to appease you or keep your interest on them. Because the Knight of Wands is somebody's competitive. And we got the world here too. So yeah, also there's foreign travel that some of you are going to be going on too. It's a lot going on. So I'm not, let me just cut it here. Anyway, you guys will be dealing with a Sag, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, Pisces, Sag, Virgo, Gemini. All right. So thank y'all so much for rocking and rolling. Appreciate y'all for being here doing this live. This was a good one. I may be going live tonight. Maybe a little freaky deaky read from my All Signs channel, y'all. So maybe check me out later there. I'm fitting to hit the gym, then come back, eat a little what you call it, and enjoy myself after that. And then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with this live. So thank y'all so much for being here. Thanks for the support. Y'all have a great day or a great rest of the day. Enjoy yourselves. I'm gone.